The news out here at the ACA Summit is all about NCTC's deal to first deal with Reach to allow your members to become mobile operators. Why don't you talk about that? Because what impressed me was it seems like you're putting their customers and your members first in that deal.
Right. Well, Reach is got a great stack of technology that really emphasizes customer experience. They're also flexible and agile in that they can integrate really with any carrier. We felt like after analyzing all of the opportunities that we had with other providers that they were the best solution for our members because of their flexibility and the fact that they could scale from very small to very large.
And what it allows is an operator to onboard a customer and go through that whole process, right?
It's an Amazon type experience. There'll be a white label store, you'll have your devices, you'll have your price plans, you enter your information, and that's pretty much it. For those people that want to bring their own device, they'd be able to get SIM cards. And it doesn't require an operator to have a brick and mortar storefront. You can totally do it hands-free, offline, online, offline. And that was very attractive to us because a lot of our smaller members don't have a retail presence. Now, for our larger members that want to have a bit more skin in the game, want to take more risk, so to speak, and have more opportunities to do more with the program, they can. And that obviously affects their ability to maybe gain more margin, whatever.
I imagine, too, it gives you the portability of the network that's actually carrying the traffic becomes, in ways, kind of secondary, but it's this is the critical piece, it sounds like.
Well, it's the critical piece. It's the enabling principle. Of course, the carrier is important, and we're very close to selecting a carrier. We're obviously looking at price. We're looking at coverage and performance. But it's been actually quite nice to have this attention of what our collective potential is. As you know, with the NCTC, we always say we're stronger together. And in this case, we have a significant opportunity to provide a terrific service for our members at a value where they can be competitive in the marketplace with other providers.
And that was one of the things you touched on yesterday was the price. You want to make sure your customers compete, right?
Correct. I mean, we're in all 50 states and U.S. territories, and while we're in primarily rural markets, we have some large market members. And so they want to be competitive with the carriers and with our friends at Charter and Comcast because, this is a competitive market. As Grant said yesterday, we're not afraid of competition, and we're trying to create an opportunity for our members so that they can be in a business that is becoming kind of the second stool of a bundle, with broadband. So we're looking forward to it.
You showed a slide yesterday showing something like 22 million potential members, but could this be an opportunity for new members for NCTC?
We're getting a lot of activity from other types of broadband providers, not traditional cable operators, who are interested in joining the co-op. There is a lot of interest in not just the MVNO, but in our purchasing programs and our transit and transport deals. So yes, I think this will help us expand our membership, which I think will be good for the co-op. I mean, the whole idea of this is to create a more diversified, sustainable revenue stream. This is one of the key products that we're doing.
Well, you touched on transit and the fact that there's a lot of interconnection between your members. Do you see this potentially being an offload opportunity as far as member-to-member connectivity, using offload?
Well, we did not go into this looking at offload because unlike the larger guys who are doing it in major markets and they have these, thousands of Wi-Fi, right, we didn't assume that our smaller members would be able to do that. So we didn't want to create something that put a barrier, right? So a low barrier to entry. Can it be done? Absolutely. And I think that as we evolve, as our members get more experienced, as the base grows, we're certainly going to be able to continue to adapt and to modify what we're doing.
Excellent. Well, Lou, that makes sense. I appreciate you providing these details. Thanks.
Terrific. Thank you.